Good afternoon, dear students, and welcome back in our video lecture with the same topic, the fundamental unit of life. In my previous video lecture, we have studied about nucleus and cytoplasm, what is the structure of nucleus and what are the functions of nucleus and cytoplasm that we have studied in my previous video lecture. Now we are going to study next cell organelle, which is very important. It just behave like factory of cell. Means in a cell it behaves like factory. So a cell needs a lot of substances like proteins and lipids to function nucleus of the cell, and we all know nucleus is nothing but a brain of cell. So nucleus decide what is needed and how much needed into the cell. Means it creates a biological wish list, or it makes just a list of the substances which are required by the cell. So a cell needs a lot of substances like proteins and lipids, and just these substances are manufactured in an organelle. ER means endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum is like factory in a cell. So where it is found? So occurrence of endoplasmic reticulum is, it is found in all eukaryotic cells but absent in mature erythrocytes or RBCs of mammals and prokaryotic cells. Means when we are talking about endoplasmic reticulum, these endoplasmic reticulum are found in all types of eukaryotic cells. Exception is RBCs of mammals, and also it is absent in prokaryotic cells. So when we are talking about the structure of endoplasmic reticulum, you can see in the diagram. Endoplasmic reticulum has a fine structure such that its existence can be revealed only by observing through an electron microscope. It is an irregular tube-like network of double membrane, and it is distributed over the entire cytoplasm in the cell. In some places, it is connected to cell membrane at one end as well as with the nuclear membrane at other end. So, the three important parts of endoplasmic reticulum are cisternae. Cisternae means nothing but closed fluid-filled sacs. Cisternae are like sacs, and these sacs are filled with fluid. Then tubules and vesicles. These are the three important parts of endoplasmic reticulum. And its structure is means the ER membrane, outer membrane, is similar in the structure to plasma membrane. So endoplasmic reticulum is network of tiny tubular structures and sheets. These all sheets and structures are scattered in the cytoplasm. As you see, structure looks like net, means it looks net-like. It is because of the appearance that is called reticulum. So why this reticulum word is used? Because reticulum is the Latin word which means net-like. So endoplasmic reticulum looks like a net. That's why the word reticulum is there. Endoplasmic reticulum may also have some granules-like structure called ribosomes on its surface. When you just carefully observe the diagram of endoplasmic reticulum, you just find that some parts consist of granules on it, and some part is smooth. So the depending upon the presence or absence of ribosomes on its surface. Ribosomes are some granules like structures which are present on the surface of that endoplasmic reticulum. Depending upon its presence, these endoplasmic reticulum are of two types: a smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum. As the word denotes, like that, rough endoplasmic reticulum means endoplasmic reticulums on which these ribosomes are present. That's because of presence of these ribosomes, it looks like rough, so it is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. And when we are talking about smooth endoplasmic reticulum, in smooth endoplasmic reticulum, what happens? In smooth endoplasmic reticulum, there is no presence of ribosome, so it looks smooth. That surface looks like smooth. So it is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Then, what are the functions of this endoplasmic reticulum that we are going to study now? So, mainly, this endoplasmic, when we are just talking about endoplasmic reticulum, when we observe each and every cell, endoplasmic reticulum varies from cell to cell. Means its structure varies from cell to cell. So two types of endoplasmic reticulums are there. You can see in the diagram. First one is rough endoplasmic reticulum and second one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And these types depends on presence or absence of ribosomes on its outer surface. What is mean by ribosomes? Ribosomes are some granules-like structure which are present on its surface. So rough endoplasmic reticulum mainly consists of cisternae. What is cisternae? Just now I told you. Cisternae means sacs which are filled with fluid. Then ribosomes are attached on its outer surface. These are well developed and specialized to synthesize proteins. Means function of RER, that is rough endoplasmic reticulum, is synthesis of proteins. It is found in exocrine exocrine gland and pancreatic cells, antibodies, then plasma cells and fibroblasts. So when we are talking about smooth endoplasmic reticulum mainly consists of tubules and vesicles. Ribosomes are not present on its surface. These are also well developed, and the function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum is synthesis of lipids and steroids. What is function of RER, that is rough endoplasmic reticulum? Synthesis of protein. And what is function of SER, that is a smooth endoplasmic reticulum? It is synthesis of lipids and steroids. It is found in liver cells, interstitial cells, adipose cells, then Leydig cells of testes. So all these about endoplasmic reticulum. Then why endoplasmic reticulum varies from cell to cell? I will just give you example. You can see here these are liver cells, and liver cells consist of lot of smooth ER. Why? What do you think? Why lot of smooth ER smooth endoplasmic reticulums are there? Because for this presence of SER or RER depends upon function of that cells. When we are talking about liver cells, function of liver is a detoxification. Usually toxins are removed from the blood through urine. But for the toxins to be removed by urine, they have to be soluble in water. Sometimes what happens? Toxins would not be soluble in water. That's where SER comes in the enzymes, which are embedded in smooth membrane of SER, and they catalyze a lot of reactions and then make these toxic substances water soluble. These water soluble toxins can now easily remove through urine. So these are the functions of endoplasmic reticulum. So when we are talking about both RER and SER, the functions are togetherly. Endoplasmic reticulum forms the supporting framework of the cell. It is large surface area inside the cell, is site for various metabolic activities. It helps to keep various cell organelles in position. It acts as a pathway for distribution of material from one part of cell to other part of cell. And it is also referred as internal transport system of the cell. Why endoplasmic reticulum is called internal transport system of the cell? Because it helps in the distribution of material from one part of cell to other part of cell. It is also associated with synthesis, storage and transport of metabolic products such as proteins and lipids. Just now we have discussed these points. RER responsible for protein synthesis and SER responsible for lipid synthesis. So protein synthesis occurs on the surface of RER by ribosomes, whereas lipids and steroid synthesis occurs on the surface of SER. Some of the synthesized proteins and lipids of ER help in building of the plasma membrane. This process is called membrane biogenesis. Students, remember this concept. What is mean by membrane biogenesis? Membrane biogenesis is the process in which some of the synthesized proteins and lipids of ER help in building the plasma membrane. And what is mean by biogenesis? Bio means life and genesis means creation. So creation of this life is related to this biogenesis. The organelles involved in membrane biogenesis are RER, SER, Golgi apparatus and secretory vesicles. Some other synthesized proteins and lipids of ER function as enzymes and hormones. So enzymes means what? Enzymes are the substances which acts as catalyst for various metabolic reactions in cell. ACR of liver of vertebrates plays an important role in detoxification of many poisonous substances and drugs. And we have just explained this earlier. We have just explained this. So this is endoplasmic reticulum. In our today's video lecture, we have discussed about endoplasmic reticulum. What are the functions of endoplasmic reticulum? What is the structure of endoplasmic reticulum? Where it is found? And what are the two types of endoplasmic reticulum? We have discussed in this video lecture. Tomorrow we will discuss about ribosome. What is meant by ribosome? What is structure of ribosome and what is its function? So I hope you got all points. I hope you learn quite about endoplasmic reticulum. So I will see you soon. Until then, hold on to your curiosity. Bye.